to Dill Pickles? It's your boy BCBG, and we got another video for you. This is not like your typical video, okay? We got a rant about a game, boy. Today we talking about NBA 2K18. I gotta say, I was overly excited about the release of this game. I love the gameplay, everything about the game, except one thing. Y'all know here, Blue Collar By Guy, we try to make things we try to find things that are affordable for the consumer. We don't really necessarily cut corners, but if we could do things differently, we'll try to do them differently here. That's what Blue Collar By Guy stands for. Now, I can tell you, $150 for a video game will never ever be Blue Collar By Guy savvy. Absolutely will never be. I did purchase 2K18. I purchased the base video game. I purchased the $60 version. Could I have bought the $100 version? Absolutely. Could I have bought the $150 version? Absolutely. Will I ever pay that much for video games? No. Because that does not help me help the consumer that watches my video. Myself and Rep Digi looked online, and you can actually buy a real basketball rim and a basketball glass backboard, adjustable backboard rim for your driveway to teach your child how to play the real game of basketball. Yeah, for $150. And they're getting outside and they're getting exercise. Now, I do understand that there are some parents that are like, you know what, I'm just going to get that. I'm just going to get the $150 game. His friends, you know what, that's great. But there are some parents that cannot afford $150 for a video game or $100 for a video game. There are some people out here that do live check to check. Other people that have bills, multiple children, like myself. Now imagine if all of my children were into 2K, buy a $150 game, everybody's getting along. That's not the case. They have extracurricular activities, things that they like to do outside. So for me to be selfish and purchase a $150 game to take away funds from the home, that's not what Blue Collar By Guy is about. Now, here's the next complaint. Now, I'm not taking anything from the people that could do this. Kudos to you. I could have done it myself, but it is not necessary. I believe that if you put in a video game, you should play the video game, earn all the substantial things that come with the video game, such as the VC, earn it, such as the clothing, work, earn it. They didn't have DLC, VC, all of these things with the Nintendo or the Genesis. Now all of a sudden, it's the most major thing to have in a video game. Then what happens is, I buy this version, my friends don't. I can't do half the things that they do because my overall isn't high as theirs. They put in the game and they're almost 99, giving the road to 99 credence none. Road to 99. It should be road to from 85 to 99. I turned the game on the first day. No lie, there were people running around in the community that were almost 90s already. What are you getting out of a video game that you're great at before you play one game of it? Kind of doesn't make any sense. My guy's a 67 overall, so when I go to the park to enjoy the game like everybody else does, nobody's going to play with a 67 overall because, what, I couldn't afford to buy the real game? That's what some of these children are going through. Video games have always been a place of refuge for people to go. When you leave school from getting bullied, you leave school from following rules, you've done your chores, you've listened to your parents, you can go to a video game and be anything you want to be. That's not the case sometimes with video games now. You either have to, there's social classes now inside of what used to be a refuge. So you go to the park, you're 67 overall. Obviously you've not ranked up at all in the park, so you don't have the level that some people have. And guess what? Some of those people that are up here, they refuse to play with a person down here. But if they're forced to play with the person, now the person that is a 67 overall couldn't afford this video game is forced to hear how trash, how garbage, how terrible they are at the game simply because they didn't turn the game on and becoming 85 before they played one game. Simply because whomever bought the game for them, or if they purchased themselves, they couldn't enjoy the game the way you do because maybe they don't have the funds that you have. Now, I'm not saying don't go out and buy these high-priced games. Just remember that even as adults, there's some children playing on these games, and words hurt. This is a refuge game, man. This is where we come to get away from all of that. Just remember those things. Remember your words hurt. You never know who's on the other side of that microphone. You never know their situation on the other side of this video game. So let's remember that the video game community, that the comic book community, that the toy collecting community, also the YouTube community, is sometimes a place where people go to get away from all of the madness that we have no clue they're going through. Sometimes a YouTuber, maybe not myself, maybe myself, I've gotten a few messages from people that say, hey man, I loved your video, it made my day better. I'm almost certain that some of these YouTubers that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, the kids cannot wait to get home to watch your channel because it's something that gets them away from God knows what they're going through. Who knows? Just remember, gaming community, to the people that are in this gaming community, this has always been a place of refuge for us. This has always been sanctuary for us. We can come here and be whatever we want to be. The last thing we want to do is come here and be attacked because of our social class, or we can't afford a certain game that you have. This isn't a knock on you because you can afford it. I'm just saying, lighten up a little bit. 2K if you can. Maybe create communities. Maybe if you step in the park, you step into the park with only 60s to 75s, class it out. So that the people that couldn't afford your game at 100 or 150 bucks can enjoy it for the people that have 60 bucks. Some people pay $60 and then went out and bought VC. Some people still cannot afford to do that. So as far as gameplay goes, I love the game. There's a few things that I want to complain about, but this was my biggest gripe. Before I played this game, this was my biggest gripe. Some people may not be able to enjoy the game as you created it because they couldn't afford to enjoy this game as you created it. Remember that, people. This community is refuge for us. Let's keep it that way. All right, I'm signing off. Buy the game, $60 version. Come holla at your boy. I ain't but a 67 overall, man. I'm okay with that. I'll grind it out and get everything that you got. I'll just get it later. No biggie. I'm balling for the budgeters. All right. NBA 2K18 is a great game, not blue collar by guy savvy. And that's what I'm looking for here in my channel. Signing off, blue collar by guy here. Love one another. Remember, have fun while you're gaming. Game like you mean it. Be blessed. Could I have bought the $100 version? Absolutely. Could I have bought the $150 version? Absolutely. Will I ever pay that much for video games? No.